What's up? Ugh, my shoulders hurt. All right, all right, all right. I think it's time to get started. I gotta turn this freaking shit down. David, if you're confused on your mic and stuff, I can hear you probably, but you just it's weird. This thing's weird, but I think you're good. I'll just bring you up in a sec. What's up, everyone? This is Real Reviews. So it's a beautiful Thursday. I gotta look down because I'm tired. Woo, tired. But today we're gonna be talking a little bit about Web3 gaming. We're gonna be talking about Dave. We're gonna be talking about David, NFT collector, one of the co-founders of Ascent Rivals. We're gonna be talking about that game a little bit. Talking about the vision. We're gonna be talking about the overall vision of probably Web3 gaming and our opinions of that. But yeah, thank you for the show. Thank you for coming to the show. The mouth's a little dry. My brain's a little slow today, but it's cool. We're hoping that the trap beats. We're hoping that the trap beats wake me up a little bit. Freaking pull this up. What a crazy day we had in Bitcoin. That rejection. Woo! My goodness. I still think it's gonna go down. I think we're gonna bounce off this, and then I think that's the time. I think that's the dime. But I'm not gonna talk about it anymore that much today, cause we got stuff going on. But I'll bring up my guest. I hope you're ready, David. Where is it? There we go. What's up, bro?
What's up, Burgess?
How you doing? How you doing?
Pretty good. It's a little hot in Washington, as you probably know.
I know I got my sweatshirt on, but that's because I'm in like a tiny, tiny office room with my AC pumping, so it's like cold in here right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
I got
know.
my AC blasting, and it's still pretty hot. So,
Dude, how about the market today? That's really what's been on my mind today, like hard. Before we get into gaming, but like holy cow, that was quite the pullback. I was kind of expecting it to be honest, but whew, that was heavy.
what to expect? Like after the Ethereum ETF, I was expecting for it to do a little pump, but a matter of fact, it went like down a couple of decimals, you know.
Yeah.
So after that, I was just like, I just don't know what's going on.
Dude, I know. I'm lost right now. I feel like when I look at it, I'm like, I feel like it's gonna go down, but then at the same time, I mean, like, I feel like it's still gonna go down. I don't know. I'm gonna stay with that. I'm gonna stick with it, but I don't know.
I would
It's
guess it'll come down a little bit, but around election time or after election time, especially depending on who gets in,
yeah,
I think
that's
that's when we're gonna moon. So if I was to make a
yeah,
prediction, I think like early next year is like when we're gonna make a moon. You know, moon.
yeah.
The bull market in 2017,
If
19, and 21 all started around that time.
if it matches the last one, um, it felt like it was like November, December where it really started just going like straight up. You know what I mean? For some coins out there. So I think that's around the same time. I think it's just I don't know, it's just too calculated with the politics and how the world works and everything. I just it's yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you're
Don't
crazy.
want to get into I don't want to get into that freaking that stuff. That's deep. That's deep, but
We can go down that rabbit hole if you want.
nah.
Just
No, we gotta talk about stuff that we're working on. We gotta dedicate our time to the people that care about gaming, dude.
yes, sir.
Yes,
Talk about
sir.
Web3 gaming.
And are you still down? Are you still down? I'm gonna 1v1 you, dude. I'm gonna 1v1 you in some Ascent if you're down. I set up the perfect thing so we got dual cams and we can race. So if you kill me and I freak out, it'll be perfect.
Yeah, you're talking about today.
Yeah,
The 1v1 match. Yeah,
yeah,
I'll do it at the very end.
yeah. Let's get a couple in.
I don't think I've ever done a 1v1, so
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. Well, no, you did it with Gnarls in the saline for third, dude.
that
Yeah.
was my only show match. That was the only 1v1 I think that was like that meant something.
Yeah. Well, the
And
meta's different now. The meta's different now, so it should be like super interesting. Should be
yeah,
different, maybe. Maybe if someone gets a kill, because I remember last round, it's like, or last minute, I feel like if you killed someone, dude, that person was like screwed super hard, unless like the whole pack was kind of killing people.
yeah,
This meta is like definitely different. It's like you could catch up. So I don't know how the 1v1's gonna feel.
yeah. Just talking about the 1v1 what that I did with Gnarls. I'd never seen this before, but we started off. We both boosted at the very start of the game, and I came up behind him and just crashed behind him, and he kept on going. I was
Yeah.
like, "What the hell?" So I lost that first match, and then the
Mm-hmm.
second one, he drank a couple beers, played into my favor, and I freaking took the second one, third one, got a little upset, down a couple more beers, took the third one, baby.
It's too bad, no. So you can't be shotgunning beers. You can't be shotgunning beers while you're racing in a tournament, dude. What the
And that
heck?
even was a bad influence on him because I think he did the same. He's like, I'm down on beers, I'm playing banjo right now.
Oh gosh. So
Ended up being victorious.
that's freaking hilarious. So I know like one of the big topics I kind of wanted to cover today is I know we were in like a space earlier, me and your brother, and we were just talking about like what Web 2 can learn from Web 3 and what Web 3 can learn from Web 2. But I know you weren't on that panel, but I know you have like a very strong opinion about that. So I'm asking the same questions, like vice versa. What can Web 2 learn from Web 3? Other way around.
Yeah, I think like the Web3 aspect of gaming really caters to community building. There's two basic things like community building is a very leveled up in Web3. The exclusivity, you need this to do that type of thing, and to be all done on the blockchain where you don't need like custodial or like a middleman to facilitate that or another service to facilitate that the benefit of Web3, it's all done on the chain. And I feel like that's definitely something new that the Web 2 people don't really have is that exclusivity,
Hmm.
being able to actually target a specific community to be like, okay, if you need to join this team, you need this NFT collection,
Hmm.
and then also doing like wager matches, like only the people with this collection
So
can do that.
you almost enjoy like the gatekeeping aspect of like a clan almost. You know what I mean? Like if
Sure.
you were to really like put the words to it, I feel like that's like an easy way to adopt the Web 2 people to like NFT communities, for example. Because what it is really like a clan. You know what I mean? It's a group of guys and girls that like have like a similar kind of like mindset that do stuff together, and it's just like a clan. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's gated by a
Hmm.
specific thing that that there's nobody running it. You can't pretend that you have it
Yeah.
to join it to get these exclusive merch or whatever you want it to do. It's gated by default, right?
Yeah.
Which doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have it, But I think that is one of the beauties of Web three and what it can bring, right?
Hmm.
The second thing is the Web three industry or the the push for Web3 and the beauty of what it can bring is everything's built on a financial layer by default. So there's like financial incentives almost by default within the thing games that are built on Web3. And that's very awesome to have like this financial tie or this kind of like foundation of finance or the thought of potentially getting something that's going to increase in value, right?
Hmm.
um, and having things built on that kind of basis introduces this whole new thinking. So you can do a lot of cool stuff with that foundation of Web3, of that financial layer and building on top of that, right?
Hmm.
So Web3 does offer like a lot of unique things that Web2 can't do. So like the differences would be like um, Web 2 losing out on a lot of these different features that is not possible with Web 3, or doing it at a centralized service that's going to cost a lot of money, cost a lot of time. You need all this extra stuff to make what you can do in Web 3 possible on Web 2,
Yeah.
right? Um, I liked your answer a lot as well for the vice versa of that. What can Web3 learn from Web 2? I think we've been in the ecosystem since 2021, and one thing that we've definitely learned is the player base or just people in general lean toward comfortability and familiarity
Hmm.
rather than like the security, the complexity, the decentralization. At the end of the day, I don't think the end user really cares about that stuff, right? As long as it's not like, oh, I feel like it's pretty secure. I just want something that I'm comfortable with, that is very easy to
Hmm.
use, like an email, right, to log into your account,
Yeah.
like your Steam account to access your parts and things like that. So that is one thing that definitely Web3 hinders on, is like the simplicity of how Web 2 is done.
Yeah, for sure.
Signing up for a wallet. Nobody's gonna do that. Like researching that,
No,
getting the native
100%.
token.
Yeah, I was trying to cover that a little bit today. Like, gamers want to play the game, and they're not trying to like send menus at all. They're trying to get through that stuff as soon as possible and get back to the game. So
Yeah.
the more like fluid you make a game, and the
Hmm.
more fun you add in the lulls of a game, will like draw people in. So,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? You don't want the whole wallet experience. You don't want the NFT. Oh, mint this, Like it's really cool for the Web3 community, but this community that we really, really, really need to like connect with, we got to change the verbiage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good thing that was talked about too, and I'm curious about your opinion on that. Like, Web 3 gaming, there's crypto gaming, like a lot of this stuff
Mm-hmm.
has a bad stigma connected to it. Like when most people think of crypto,
Mm-hmm.
or crypto gaming, they associate it with scams, rightfully
Exactly.
so,
So
because a
this,
lot of them were
yeah,
scams.
yeah,
You know,
this is sweet. This is sweet for me because so like I'm a new person into Web3 gaming, and I don't have any friends here at all. Like, no
you
one
got
in my
me.
life. Yeah, I know. I have David, right? I got Michael, and I got some people that I've met along the way that are good, but like, I don't have like any friends that do Web3. So I'm actually like a raw new person, but I'm not an idiot. That's the perk of it.
Yeah,
So I come in and I play these Web3 games, and I immediately am like, holy cow, this is awful. This is
yeah,
god awful. Like most of them are god awful. I'm not gonna call any people out. I just gonna let you know I'm gonna do reviews on some good games, but I'm also gonna be doing some reviews on some bad games and like or like just generalizations of things and be like, here's how easy it is to make what this is. Just to let
yeah,
everyone know that. That's the perfect thing for me. I love it. So I hate like how Web3 gaming's been, and that's why I love being with Ascent. Because it's like a brand new game with people that are actually building something that's unique and then building architecture and infrastructure on top of it. And you know what I mean? That's what should be happening. It shouldn't be someone like coming out with some FPS shooter or um, uh, mobile game that's literally like a copy and paste. Like, there's a huge game out right now. I think that's a copy and paste of Clash of Clans.
Yeah,
and it's on
there's
the
a lot of
app store.
those.
There's on the app store. It's literally copy and paste, and they changed some characters like a little bit, and you're sitting there like, whoa, how are they allowed to get away with this when everything's like copyrighted and stuff? You know what I mean? They're
Exactly.
gonna get like sued.
Yep.
Once big companies get on board with this whole technology thing, like you're gonna get like destroyed. Like I don't think people realize that, or do they?
Yeah, the problem, Burgess, is like a lot of these companies that do these copy and pasting, and it's a lot that literally copy the same, almost to the same exact textures and designs, so it looks exactly like Clash Royale.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, they are spawned in like China or there's jurisdiction that we can't go after, or the IP laws don't matter. So that's the hard part is like people launch the games online, they can download them, whatever, but they're in a jurisdiction that's like outside of the United States. Or you play these computer games or whatever that look just like it, that still have like the not pay to win, but like the microtransactions, but they
Mm-hmm.
just lower the amount. So instead of paying like $5 to or $20 to level up your character, you only have to spend $5 to level up your character,
Yeah.
and it is a huge problem. And just to touch on some stuff that you were talking about in Web3 or NFTs or in crypto in general, just because of like the ability to have an anonymity, like
Mm-hmm.
being anonymous behind the project, caters to a lot of scammers. Like a lot of scamming has gone and moved into crypto because of
Yes.
that situation has gone moved into NFTs because of the and being anonymous and not having to pay the consequences of it. So like we said before, is like I would say like that the vast majority of the stuff coming out is done with ill intent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we're in a time where you can use Unreal Engine, you can use these other game builders to build something that looks almost like passable for a trailer. You hire out a 3D animation company to make you a sweet trailer that doesn't even look like the
Dude,
gameplay, right?
I'm telling you, like I'm telling you, I can make a trailer better with the content that I like. You know what I mean? Like the kind of content that's out there that for some of these games that people are getting like scammed by, like their content's
Yeah,
awful too. That's why I'm like even more amazed. I'm like, how is this even passing like for something that people buy into or like play and like be hyped about? Like really? How is
yeah,
it real? I don't
yeah.
get it. Like
It's
there
essentially,
needs to be someone to like tell people to stop doing it. I
or
don't
there needs to
know.
be some kind of like law like that goes after them, and then if you provide enough
Yeah,
proof you get it removed,
that would be
kind of like,
super. That would be super
yeah.
great.
I think we need a global order for that to happen, but
Global gaming
um
order. So
yeah,
we just need the blockchain of games. You know what I mean?
yeah,
The
for sure.
blockchain
But
of
the thing is,
games.
like Burgess, is like if you also tie a financial incentive behind it, like, oh, if you play our game or download it, you're gonna be airdropped X. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to the moon, by the way, type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
You get a lot of people that's so manipulable, that don't understand a lot of the different things,
I'll be honest, I've fallen into some of those things. Like it like just from being new and just exploring the ecosystem, like I'm gonna try this. Like it's like some people say they make a bunch of money, why not, right? And it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
cool, I made like $20 or I don't know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
something else, right? Sometimes like you make a good amount because it's like a legitimate company doing legitimate stuff, but you know what
yeah,
I mean? It's just a waste
yeah.
of time most of the time.
For sure. Over time, you get better at vetting the different projects, vetting the different games that you want to play, and you become more familiar. The crypto and Web3 space or investing in general is literally a game.
Hmm.
You cannot just stay where you are. You have to always improve, learn from your mistakes. Everybody goes through the same mistakes. It's a matter of like, do I can I move forward without doing it again and making sure that I'm getting wiser, right? So it's just the evolution of every single person I feel like needs to go through. You lose some, you win some, you make these bad decisions, bad trades, but as
Yeah.
long as you're learning and making sure that you don't do it again, you should slowly be improving and have that sense of oh, this is a scam game, or I think they're gonna rug, or they just want me to download the game for
Hmm.
the payout's not gonna be good enough. So it's a slow learning process for sure.
For sure, for sure. So like let's dig a little bit into the details of like your game. So what is Ascent Rivals for people that haven't heard about Ascent Rivals? Let's get some detail on that. And then like maybe too. I wanted to talk a little bit about Catalyst and how you guys applied for several things. And to be honest, the things you're applying for are a little bit like above everyone's pay grade, in my opinion.
That's above
So,
my pay grade in my brain capacity too.
yeah, for real, it's some crazy shit that you guys are
Yeah.
working on. So, like, I kind of want to talk about like the game, like get specific, give your little shill for that, and then like talk about. I want to talk about that after, to be honest, like pretty bad,
Yep.
and what your opinions are on that.
Yep. We can talk about whatever. Yeah, our game Ascent Rivals. We are now just an alpha. We've been working on it since 2021. We're loyal to the ecosystem and been building on Cardano again since 2021. And Ascent Rivals is kind of like a mixture of two genres of racing and a shooter. And next patch, you'll understand this more, Burgess, but
Hmm.
there is like a strategy involvement around the game.
Because there's like an
Basically,
economy, right? Like you were talking about how different parts and stuff, so you better get used to using the different parts, if I hear right.
yep, you better
Mm-hmm.
get used to the different parts, figuring out how it's going to benefit you and your ship because it's going to matter a lot more in the next patch.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, you race for or the world currency, in-game currency called ARC, that you are rewarded with by doing different things like finishing first, getting kills, shooting obelisks. Um, but yeah, it's a high skill capped, uh, fairly large complexity curve game that has mechanics that haven't been really felt before within the racing genre. Racing genre is, let's face it, fairly dead.
Yeah, and it's all the
It's
same stuff. It's all like super hype, cool graphics, and like kind of a cool driving experience.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
it's like
know.
a copy paste, pretty much
Yeah.
a copy paste of a lot of other racing games. They want to play it safe. There's hardly any innovation of creativity to trying to push that genre. So
Yeah.
that is kind of like our ultimate goal is pushing the genre, bringing the genre back basically,
Hmm.
and trying to innovate on a lot of the stuff that we felt like racing does not excel at or is why it's not that popular anymore, and using like a lot of our team skills. One thing is like we strongly believe if you're building like a very highly competitive esports game, you need to know that industry and you need to know what it takes to be a high competitive player. So I think I talked about this on Loot Creativity a little bit, but my brother and I were very high ranked and competitive RTS players, FPS as well, but not as strong. We used to play Call of Duty 4. We're one of the best in StarCraft 2. My brother was, high diamond, diamond 1 in League of Legends. Clash Royale, he was top 200. I was top, I think, 700 in the entire world. So we really liked the competitive games and
Hmm.
wanted to, showcase something new and making sure that is very competitive. So we definitely have that winner's mindset. We got to be the best at, all this stuff. And
Yeah,
I think
for
that
sure.
plays a huge factor of building a highly competitive esports game. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
love
that's
that.
essentially the gist of what Ascent Rivals is.
Oh yeah. And so I know that you guys have talked about like a gambling platform as well a little bit. Can you elaborate on that? And then like I think it's a good like kind of like turn over to the Ikikai because it's connected in a way. You know what I mean?
Yep, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So one thing with our game, um, we want to make sure that the spectator client or watching the game is going to be as fun as well. Because we're always thinking of the longevity, or how do we make a game that people won't just play for like a couple weeks and then drop it off, right? So we're doing that with multiple ways. I touched on one of them is the complexity curve, the satisfaction that you get once you learn these different moves, once you learn the controls, become familiar with the maps, is very satisfying because it is hard to do. So we are definitely not going the route of what typical game studios are doing, is
Hmm.
making the onboarding extraordinarily easy, and just like, it takes a swipe or you do the same mechanic to be just as good as like the top players. So we wanted to really favor people that practice, favor people that go through the time trials and actually hone on and in their skill. So that is one way that we're thinking of, and always improving the mechanics as well. Like you'll see in the next patch, a lot of things have been, um, or a few things have been added, and some things have been, patched. But yeah, high skill cap, complexity curve is going to be needed for that. As I was talking about, is like, wanting to figure out ways that people can stay active when they're not playing. So the spectator client, or what we're building in the back end, is going to be very cool, fairly unique. I'm not even sure if you know, Burgess, but a lot of these games, and like you'll be able to bet through just the website client, so you can pull it up on your
Oh,
phone,
really? Yeah, I
see
didn't
these
even know
races,
that.
see these different events, spectate it, similar to Twitch, bet on different players, and just giving more value to the in-game currency arc. So you'll be
Yeah.
rewarded it. We want to figure out different ways that people can utilize it, right?
I
So
I love the most apart like I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue tied.
mhm.
But the thing I love most about you guys is like I think the tournaments are the most fair for like literally everyone a part of it because the funding is all basically goes to the teams that are participating
Yep,
and it's not like ridiculous and it's pretty fair across the board.
yep,
Hmm.
for sure. Yeah, we definitely want to try to make it as fair, and that's again another reason why we're doing blockchain, because it can be just peer to peer, right? We don't have to have an escrow, we don't have to have a middleman to facilitate those transactions,
Yeah.
or that money of movement, or movement of money, right? So yeah, eventually that will increase. If once the game gets more popular, you will have players that are sponsored, just like NASCAR. You want the best racers to represent your company, like Celine, or real reviews, whatever it is, right?
Hmm.
You want that, because the more that the race, you're gonna have a lot of people watching it now. They'll be able to see, oh, it's like real reviews round in the corner type of
Dude,
thing, and
so look forward to like seeing that up in the game. To be honest, I need a dude. You said you're coming up with like a cool logo or something, right? Like I don't
yes,
even know
sir.
what it's gonna
Uh,
be yet. This
yeah,
this thing I made, it's actually kind of cool. I actually kind of like it, but I know David's a lot better graphic designer than I am, and I don't even want to tell you how I made that because you'll giggle. But
paint it.
no, I'm not gonna talk about it. It's funny, but but yeah, I'm excited to get that whole logo.
Oh, for
For
sure.
sure.
Like I said, very happy and honored to do it. Like I'm very bullish on, like, we bet when you're in the industry for a long time, you can kind of get a sense of people's personalities. Are people, you know, um, by default, I feel like the Web3 ecosystem has a lot of flakes, that's just very standard. Or people that pretend to work really hard is another thing, So when you meet somebody that's ambitious, that has passion, that works hard, then those are the people that you kind of want to surround yourself with. And it's very important to find those individuals, because they're very far few within this ecosystem. You haven't been in a long time, but you're gonna notice. You're
Yeah.
gonna realize that that's just the case. So being bullish on what you're doing,
Yeah, I appreciate
and
that.
wanting to be a part of it,
Yeah.
and either sponsorships or helping with design work, marketing, whatever we can do.
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely want to support it and help where I can. So I do have a logo in my mind already. It's just a matter of like getting it to
Oh yeah. I know you're
um,
busy as hell, dude. We got Rare Evo coming up. Oh my gosh. Well, I
sure.
haven't even talked to really about the whole fact that like genuine games, we got like a whole squad rolling out to be presenting crypto chips. And then also we have like a good sized booth over by like Wagme Games, Cornucopia, and Reflux. We're all over by you. We're about to be competing. Just watch out. Watch out.
Yep. Yep. One thing is, like, we haven't had a face. We never went to a Web3 or crypto event. We've been primarily focused on Web 2. And like I said, like my brother and my brain really is all about strategy. I love business strategy
Mm-hmm.
and figuring out what's the best way forward, type of thing. Thinking about longevity as well. And our strategy has been to stay Web 2 focused. So we never mentioned the Web 3 aspect of it. We never mentioned crypto, NFTs, any of that kind of jargon, blockchain. And we're doing this purposely so we can attract more of the Web 2 sponsors, be more friendly, making sure that we've built a solid game that Web 2 people will want to play. Because I promise you right now, like 99% of the games, or I should just say the majority of games, Web 2 people do not want to touch. So it's a good indicator that we've built a solid game that Web 2 people like. So we went to PAX last year. PAX is one of the biggest Pacific Northwest gaming events
Mm-hmm.
in the world, with over 160,000 people, or around that number, where it literally takes two of the largest skyscraper buildings in downtown Seattle, and it's just a crazy fun event. They have street food. People are just going in and out. They have all these like full scavenger hunts. People are cosplaying. You have all these indie games.
Mm-hmm.
So we're lucky enough to get there and get the Players Choice Award, which was a big deal for us. It kind of really cemented, oh yes, people are really caring about the game. Then we went to PDX, which is an open land, and we were got approved to do an unofficial tournament. And it's funny because nobody knew about Ascent, nobody knew about us, but according to one of our developers that ran it, about 20% of the people of the entire land was playing Ascent Rivals. They were playing,
Wow.
so
That's
that's a
wild. That's wild to think about. Like 20% of just a random event that no one knows about is playing your game. Like that's a
yeah.
fifth. That's a fifth of people there. That's huge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now this land is not as big as DreamHack or PAX. I'm not sure what the amount of people went, but that is still a good notoriety. It's a good accolade.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, we went to DreamHack. We actually got invited and sponsored to DreamHack, and um, also got a larger community, was able to show it. Unfortunately, I
Yeah.
wasn't there, but apparently it was like one of the most pop-in indie booths there. Again, which is such a good. It makes us feel good of that our hard work is being noticed and appreciated.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's kind of like our strategy is being more focused on that Web 2 front, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, right after, in about 4 weeks, or including Rare Evo, we're gonna kind of now start talking about the infrastructure that we're building, how we're building, and why we're using Web 3 within
Yeah.
our game. So we're gonna really showcase and um, um, kind of a lot of stuff that you really haven't seen before,
Yeah.
that a lot of people haven't even really thought about before, and just show the beauty of why Web3 is so powerful. So I think we're gonna shock a lot of
I
people of the
love
stuff
it.
that we're building,
Yeah.
the game studio that we're introducing, the goals that we have, the vision. I think it's gonna be very, very awesome. This time next year, I think we're gonna shake some boots.
I'm super looking forward to being a part of the ride, to be honest. I'm so blessed, I feel honest. But just because it's like, I love gaming so much personally, and
Hmm.
to find something that's like new and something I enjoy that I get to play a couple times a week and I get to stream again, like that fits in my schedule. It's honestly just worked out so awesome. And it's gonna be great, dude. We're about to come in and we're gonna kill the game. We're out here. Watch out for genuine games, guys. Watch out for
For
Ascent
sure.
Rivals.
I feel like we're definitely not the underdog, but nobody really knows like what Genuine Studios is,
Doesn't
what Ascent
matter, dude.
Rivals is, and I feel
We
like that's actually playing into
we're
our
gonna
favor more.
represent exactly. We're gonna represent the fact if you build it, they will come. Just wait, just wait. They built it.
Exactly.
I didn't build it, but they built it, and I came, and then everyone else is gonna come, and that's
But
a good
yeah.
clip. And it's not what you guys are thinking about.
That's hilarious. But yeah, man, you're part of the team. You're ambassador. We're very picky, and we're really running lean and mean, and very picky of like who we bring on board. And I feel
Yeah,
like that's very
it's
important.
exciting,
We're
guys.
almost taking the exact opposite approach that a lot of these Web3 studios, these Web3 games are taking. You know,
So what in your opinion are there a couple games that you do like? Are you kind of excited about?
Um, as far as Web3 games, we definitely take inspiration and very excited to see a lot of these game studios come to fruition as well. You
Hmm.
know, just because we're taking a totally different approach of the way that or strategy that we think may be better. That doesn't mean that we're not rooting for or
Yeah,
not excited for a lot of these other gaming studios. So yeah, just a few of them, like Star Atlas seems to be a fairly cool one.
very curious about that one personally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. As far as like graphics and like UI, like it looks so cool, you know?
Great. It looks great, right? And like I haven't like really deep dived at all, but like I don't even know if is there content of people like playing it out there at all or
Yeah. So they have
yeah.
a daily active user base of I think 1,500 players,
Oh
which
well.
is a lot. They've done I think two token launches, or they have two tokens. They have an NFT collection that has done very well. So it's pretty inspirational to see how their NFT collection increased in tremendous value. That's doing well. That's being traded. That has actually utility behind it. Um, um, but as far as other games, there's a I can't it's not coming to my mind, but it's like this card game that my brother was showing me that looks pretty cool. It's kind of similar to Clash Royale type of thing.
We're gonna have to ask him about it. We're gonna have to
Yeah,
ask him about it. So
for sure.
I know I wanted to talk about Catalyst a little bit. I'm bummed out. You didn't get any Catalyst funding for some reason. Can you elaborate on like some of the things you're working on or maybe
For
your
sure.
opinions on like why or what the hell happened? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, we were definitely bummed about not getting any Catalyst funding in this round. We have our chins up and we're gonna push harder. We took a long reflect of like what went wrong, what could we do better, because um, two of the proposals or a few of the proposals actually got very close to being funded by a very low amount of ADA. So we were extra bummed about this, type of thing. I
yeah,
think it's called their leftovers category. So we made it onto there. We're very close, but like I was saying before, I think our strategy of being very quiet, not very pushing the marketing, pushing our game out there, is going to change now, and I feel like that's going to be to our benefit because at the end of the day, I just don't think a lot of people knew what Genuine Studios was, knew what the Grab It platform or Ikigai technology. That has really changed within the last month, or I would
yeah,
say even 2 months. We've been pushing it really hard. We've been attending a lot more X spaces. My brother Michael has been killing it on that front
yes,
of doing
yes,
more X spaces, being more vocal on content. Um, uh, just for everybody to know is like we've never like had any social media where we're kind of like very against it kind of thing, or at least I was like so this is kind of like all new to us. Like I just made a Twitter account not even a year ago, right? So the importance of us changing our strategy, again, kind of like what I was talking to you about, is like you need to learn and make sure you improve, get more wiser, more skilled.
yeah,
um, if this is a game, this is a competition. At the end of the day, you are competing versus other Cardano projects,
yep,
and the way that is formatted right now is definitely a popularity contest, making sure
yeah.
that you
It's
you
weird,
have.
right? It's
Yeah.
weird. Like I get it. Like I understand it. Like I understand the culture. It's kind of about memes. It's kind of about like jokes and just kind of BS. But it's
Mhm.
also like purposeless. You know what I mean? In a way. I don't know. That's my opinion personally.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you, agree.
Yeah.
And Um, yeah, I think the Catalyst team is actively trying to figure it out. I think this Catalyst round was the least complained about. You
Yeah.
know, I did see funding going to people that definitely deserved it, and yeah, I think a lot of people learned kind of like how there's a lot of new people as well. Let's face it, like catalyst funding within the Web3 or the crypto space is, I think, the best
Yeah,
grant system.
it's super great. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
and I
lot
think
of
it plays
money like available for people to work on amazing things that they propose, you know, and it's if it is voted on correctly, then you
mhm,
know, it could just be the best, you know, best system ever.
for sure. Yeah, I'm very bullish on Cardano ecosystem. Bullish on Catalyst um, or Project Catalyst, and it's cool because I know they're actively trying to make it better. They're seeking consulting from, or they're getting advice from a lot of people that have been in the ecosystem for a very long time.
Yeah.
They're always making changes. They're introducing new categories. So they are, yeah. Honestly, we feel blessed to choose the ecosystem that we're in, and it was kind of like a hard choice, because there's a lot of ecosystems. There's a lot of people that are doing, oh, the money's over there, or the crowd's over there. I'm gonna go over there now, type of thing.
It's
But they're the
100%
most
like
popular
that.
thing.
Yeah.
So
It's just like this. It's always like this, and everyone's money's just getting like spread out and lost. It's really
exactly.
what's going on. I
Yep.
don't know. It's kind of depressing.
Yeah. But, if you believe in it and stay loyal, like we're big into loyalty,
Hmm.
respect is a big thing as well. And we respect like the decision to build slowly. And I'm just talking about Cardano and in general. Like, they didn't release smart contracts, introduce Hydra, until they knew that it was going to be um, solid, right?
Yeah.
So, taking the approach of let's build slow, making sure that we get it all looked at, audited. We have a solid team behind it thing, and then before moving forward and whatnot, and that really has played for as far as like technology wise. Cardano ecosystem is very far superior than a lot of these other ones, right? That you
Hmm.
hear that the chain's going down. You hear a lot of different rumors. So yeah, feel blessed to be in the Cardano ecosystem. We're staying loyal.
I
And
think it's gonna work out in the long run. I think there's a lot of things cooking that I feel like people don't understand for just the ecosystem as a whole. I mean, there is a reason why it's like in the top 10 around there. You know, it's kind of in a
yeah,
slump in a way, but like there is like a lot of things that are like to benefit in the future. So
for sure.
yeah,
And we're gonna do our darnest and our best to try to bring more eyes. We're very in the opinion of the way that you're gonna onboard people to Web3 is without them even knowing. And in our opinion, it's definitely gonna be gaming. And we're shooting for the games, for our game to be like a catalyst of people joining and figuring out, becoming financially literate, becoming understanding of what Web3 is, by playing our game,
yeah.
by being within our ecosystem. So, yeah, like I said, we're doing a very different approach, but we're gonna try to bring the eyes, the value, the users to the Cardano ecosystem because that's what we believe in, that's what we're building in, and that's what we trust. That is gonna be the one of the future.
I love it, dude. I love it. So I'll be honest, we got like 15 minutes left.
Yep.
I think it might be time to run a couple of races of Ascent, and we show off the game that you so hardly have worked on for a while, and that I so much
Let's do it.
enjoy. Okay, I'm gonna
Love it.
switch to the new little setup we got going. Boom, it's the face-off setup. We got David in the top left, and we got me in the top right, as you can tell. Hopefully, I don't get shit on.
Let me go make sure I got my controller. Um, yeah, for those that do not know, Burgess is the best keyboard and mouse player of right now.
I don't know, dude. Frazzle qualified before me for Dirtfish, so
Yeah, there are a lot of keyboard and mouse players coming on board. We got Frazzle, we got Sensei Bullrog playing for
dude,
POTD.
they're good too. They're good. Dude, Captain Degen, I just have to give that guy props, honestly. He is doing like such a good job at like getting people to play this game. It's insane. He gets people so excited.
Yeah,
I love that dude. I love
dude.
him, dude.
We're very happy with ambassadors that we have. Um, you know, we were just talking about this as a team. We really throw a lot of gratitude to you guys. You know, you're killing it too, Burgess. You know, one thing like we said we lack on is the PR, the marketing, the front facing thing, and I feel like
Oops.
you know you're filling that role and doing a very good job at that. You're producing a lot of content,
Dude,
going on X Spaces.
I'm trying my darndest because I want us to be successful as well. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Cuz I mean, just as a gamer and like wanting to see the infrastructure and possibilities come to fruition, like it kind of drives me to the point that it makes me feel like I'm the only person here that actually like kind of like is at my level of just being like a consumer of games.
Mhm.
So why not I like talk about like my opinion as well? I'm like, yo, like a lot of stuff you guys make is not good, and if you actually want to make like big bucks, you guys need to like switch it up a little bit. I don't know. That's my opinion.
For sure. And to have an opinion, I feel like you have to be a gamer. You know, a lot of the
Yeah.
Web3 people, some of these influencers are not like, you know, they may be
They
a
don't know
casual gamer.
anything. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna throw shade, but some of them go into spaces that say Web3 gaming and other things on it, like with like tagged, and you're just sitting there like you guys didn't talk about anything. You just talked about when you guys got drunk together last weekend. Like
Yeah, 100%.
what are we what are we doing? I don't
Yeah.
know. There needs to be
Yeah.
like some kind of content out there that's not like complete like nonsense. I don't know.
Exactly. That's where I think you can shine too. Is like you add like deep thinking. Like you know, I haven't been on very many X spaces. I haven't listened to very many. You know, and the ones that I have is very like surfacical, like just like generic answers, generic questions. It's like it's kind of it feels like a lot of them are a little bit of a waste of time type of thing. You know,
Hmm.
but once there's ones and I'm not saying all of them are. There are a lot of good ones, you know, too. But once there's ones, especially specific to gaming, that has somebody that hosting it that knows gaming, because you were really good at Fortnite, you're really good at FPSs, like you're
Yeah,
very
so
good at
like I mean like I played just to give like my background on like gaming. So like during COVID, for example, I was top 1% in North America for like Team Fight Tactics, which is an auto chess game, which is like not easy to learn. It's like super complex and item based, and the meta changes literally like on an update every single Thursday, and you have to pay attention to the new builds, and it's really craziness. And I was like top 1% in that for like during COVID. I spent money on that kind of stuff instead of crypto. I'm an idiot, but I did that. I was in like Champions League for Fortnite on controller during like the first season, which is also like another really difficult. Like I got killed by streamers and went back and like I was streaming as like a little person and like was like, oh my god, I got killed by this guy that has 2,000 people watching him. Fuck.
it.
Yeah,
Dang,
so
I didn't
like
know you
that.
were Champion League.
Yeah,
That's
like
crazy.
that was like at some points at my life when I grinded games, I got to really high level and like played with the best of the best, and I was like the worst of the best. That's how you can tell. Like that's what you can say about Jacob Burgess is he's the worst of the best in gaming. But like I do have experience at those top levels, and I do know what it like takes mentally, like just like,
Mhm.
and I've like paid for like for example, like I've paid for professionals to like watch my gameplay, and they're like, uh, I don't really know what to tell you different. Like you just missed a shot. I'm like I'm like I know. Like it makes me enraged because like you know like
Mhm.
I learned how to play mouse and keyboard during COVID. So like even that is like pretty like novel to me compared to most gamers out there, and I still
Yeah.
compete, you know. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a skill set for sure, and a minimum of intelligence needed to become really good at or like the top of something, you know. And if you
Yeah.
can do it on one thing, you have the ability and the brain power. to do it at other things. That's why I think you got very good at Ascent, you know,
Yeah.
very, very quickly, So, I feel like you have a lot of skill set, you have the mindset.
Now I got
You
to
need
become a professional trader so I can stop being a construction worker and I can
to.
be a trader. Working
I got to
on
tell
it.
you, that's very, very difficult.
It is.
99% of traders, 99% of day traders fail,
It's
you
true.
know,
It's
especially
true.
nowadays with AI stuff, you're making trades versus like people that just have such an unfair advantage.
It's true.
So it is very hard. I've done the day trading before. My dad does the day trading for a living. He does foreign exchange. And I know a lot of different traders. I
That's
know a
the
lot of
first
people
thing
that
I ever checked out was like foreign exchange, like forex options or like what was it called? Yeah, I think it was just like or forex derivatives, forex derivatives. That's what I was changing, like derivative trading. You know what that is? Like
yeah.
super super basic. That's I remember I was like sitting in the house I rented and like while Trump was getting elected, like looking at the market, being like trying to understand how to make money and watching the market pump and be like, holy cow.
Yeah, if you can do it well, if you know what you're doing, if you have the right connections, you can make absolute bank.
Yeah,
My only advice would be is to stay away from the meme coins. That is not tradable.
yeah,
It's just a freaking gamble. And the second thing would be learn swing trading.
yeah.
That is so less stressful. That is so much easier to do. That is a lot less manipulable.
This is definitely
Um,
what I am learning how to do. Like the strategy that I'm learning, um, I'll give him a little shout out. I'm like in AJ Writes Crypto Telegram group. So he's a top level trader. I've been following that strategy and it's I mean I'm still learning to be honest. Like my entries are they need to get better. That's really where I'm at. Like I understand how to like predict simple movements and how to like move stop losses to like where if I predict right, I'm always going to close in the green. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
So like that's like the strategy, right? Is it doesn't matter how much you make, it's just as long as you're growing your portfolio, you know? So I've been trying to like follow that. So I just need to work on my entries and I think I'm pretty confident like in myself that I can start like making a little bit of extra money on the side for that, which is exciting because for crypto it's perfect. If I can like start learning how to do that, I can get a lot more DCA power. You know what I mean? And that's what really what I'm looking for. Like with having a family and having a kid, dude, shit is life is strapped right now in the U.S. I'll be honest, it really is.
for
Yeah,
sure. And there's a sense of risk that you need to take into consideration now, especially
yeah,
now that you have a kid.
yeah, for sure.
Um, you know, you know that the times, you know, is got it has to be taken into consideration, right? The
Yeah,
amount of risk, how much you put in,
yeah, it's
all of
100%.
that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, gotta be careful. You can't be risking money that you don't have.
For
Fortunately,
sure,
like I don't have like a terrible job, so like I get to have some money that I get to invest, which is cool. Which is
that's
cool.
awesome.
Eventually, finally, like if I gotta pay for this expensive, amazing wedding that we're gonna have, but after
Nice.
that, I'm excited. I'm really gonna like hopefully try to get like more hardcore into this. We're gonna try to buy a house and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. You guys are gonna watch the journey. You guys are gonna watch the journey. Just watch out.
This is just the start of his Burgess's
This is
trajectory, right?
just wait. Just wait. We're in the bear market right now, but we're gonna skyrocket out of the negatives into to the
To
moon. To the moon. Watch
the
out.
moon, baby. This is the
Dude, can
first
we play
podcast
this?
you're doing, right?
This no. Well, yeah, this is the first like interview thing that I've done.
Hell
So,
yeah.
so I think it's going pretty well. I just actually made the tabs for this like right before we started. So I think it looks okay. I don't know. What do you guys think? Also, people that are watching, if you haven't already, smash a like, smash a heart on Twitter, share it. Be nice to me, please. Do your thing. But David, can we play this game? Do you need to set up the lobby?
Yeah. I actually sent you the lobby code just right now.
Oh, did you? Let me look.
Yeah, baby. That's another good thing is these wager matches,
And I'm
what the
just
Web3 can offer is like you both stake something,
yes.
send it to one wallet. The winner is, chosen, and then the asset is distributed to the winner's wallet or account, right? And having these ability to do within the game is going to be so fun.
If anyone is trying to stream snipe the code, here is your time to stream snipe code and maybe get in before I start it. Oh, Marissa. Who's Marissa? Some random person.
Marissa the bot.
Marissa the bot.
Alrighty.
So
So
everyone
what?
tuning in, this is Ascent Rivals. And we're going to be 1v1 in on Oreo Mining Depot, apparently.
1v1 NFT collector, otherwise known as King David,
Oh, shit.
versus Burgess the Gamer,
Oh, shit. King
also
David.
known as Burgess the Gamer. Ooh, baby. This is the first streamed wager match. What are we wagering? What are
What are we
betting?
wagering? Dude, I don't
Yeah.
know.
How
I don't
about In-N-Out Burger in Vegas or something like that?
Burgers. Okay, fair. Down.
We'll do it.
In-N-Out Burgers.
In-N-Out Burgers, yeah. I'm all serious mode now.
Oh, I died. That sucks.
Ooh. Did you just try to pull off a 180?
Yeah, I was trying to do some ballsy stuff right off the get-go. Oh, you did too.
I did add one bot in here just for the.
Oh no. I'm blowing it. Oh, you're blowing it too. It's okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ooh, this
We're
is
on top of
really
each other.
power shot.
Oh no. Oh! Dodged.
Oh, bro. Good dodges. Ah! Oh, I got some catching up to do. Oh, you're a little squirrely now, eh?
Trying, dude. I gotta try my hardest. Michael always gets me on this freaking corner, dude. That's his corner, and it's so sick. He has like the coolest, like he comes down and like
Yeah.
swoops in. It's the same exact kill every time he gets on me. I'm like, that dude is that dude.
You gotta
It's
be
just
more squirmy.
just a robot on that corner. It's amazing. It should be like in the trailer for the game. That should be the kill. Is him coming around the corner just swooping in.
It's Johnny.
Yeah, for real.
Which corner? This corner you're about to take right now?
Yeah, this big wide corner, like he'll come around it and just hop out on his gunner, and it'll just like be perfect time and just sweet, and then, like his boat, like his pod will rock. I don't know. It's just a little beautiful picturesque moment in the game.
Yeah. The more you play the games, you find like the parts of the map that you know that you want to take the shot, you know? So it comes into like muscle memory, and then you just get better at taking the shots at those specific locations.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, are you done? No!
You try to kill me?
No. Oh no, are we gonna have to wait for this person? Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Marissa, hey, come on.
Mm. Should we give Marissa a head start?
Yeah.
Is she even on her third lap? See, that's how. This is a good question to fill the gap of
Yeah.
watching a bot drive, but how is it like creating computers that are good, bots that are good?
How easy did you say?
Yeah, how easy is that? Create maybe a bot that's good.
It's actually very hard.
Really?
So to create like because it's basically an AI, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm not anything within the development. I don't know anything about development side of it, but from what I understand, you know, training it or coding it to be able to shoot is going to be very or fairly difficult. Being able to, you know, be like a true AI and learn and get better and whatnot is even harder.
Yeah.
setting up different like skill caps. Like I only want medium skilled, bots
Yeah.
is fairly hard.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I definitely see a case for that to be useful.
Eventually, yeah. I mean, in the
Yeah.
future, it's not really something that's. Jesus Christ.
Ooh, what the heck? What did this crash right there?
Yeah, I've tried her a lot. You can't really go off that ramp properly.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Stan watching? Stan?
I'm not sure.
He does the maps, right?
Yep, he's one of the head developers for sure.
Yeah. So who worked where? Michael worked at 2K, right? And then where did everyone else work at?
Yeah, Michael started off at 2K, then went to Tableau, which is a fairly large company that just got purchased and picked up by Salesforce.
Yeah.
Um, um, Stan, the guy that made this map, how are you so far?
Just I don't know. Just talking your ear off and distracting you. I
That's
guess I guess I get the burger, dude, unless you catch up.
Oh, bro, come on. Gotta focus up. I don't do too well.
I'm about to get a double. I'm about to get Amel style double, bro.
Oh no. Shoot. Yeah, Stan worked at Unreal Engine. So he actually worked on the platform that we're building this on.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So
So he's a master.
Yep. He's very talented, no doubt about it. We just have a Rockstar A+ team.
Mm-hmm.
He then worked at Epic, worked at Fortnite as well. So he's definitely skilled in.
I need to ask him. I need to ask him what season of Fortnite he worked and what his job was, so I can see if I can get mad at him for something. Like, your RNG was the worst, bro.
Yeah, he told me what it was. I have it written down somewhere, but honestly, I do forget, unfortunately. But
Dang.
shoot, you're already finished, probably.
About to be. Nope.
Oh shoot! Oh
Chilling.
no!
We're chilling.
Dude.
Right.
Oh, so close. I thought the kill that I got was you, but it was freaking the bot. But I was right behind you.
That's hilarious.
Darn it. Well, if I don't take this one home, boys, I don't think I win it. So.
Yeah, it's like the total points. I think you gotta get a kill on me, maybe too, even.
Yeah. At least I got one on the bot. So there's that. But yeah, the whole team was from, or the development team went to the same school, and that's kind of like how they became friends and found out each other. I'm not sure if you're familiar with DigiPen.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, DigiPen is like a university that's based in Washington.
Oh,
Washington.
yeah. I've heard you guys talk about this. It's like a really, really prestigious place, right?
Yeah, specifically for game development. So like if you are able to graduate from DigiPen, it's very hard to do that. But if you do, then you're picked up by a fairly good company. It has a lot of merit to it behind it, having a degree from DigiPen. So yeah, I believe like Nintendo was like above the school too.
That's pretty huge. Yeah.
Or some department of Nintendo. You had a lot. It's a very hard school to graduate from, but that's how they all met, how the team met.
So they're just locked in, dude. They really are.
Yep.
They're really just locked in and good
For
to
sure.
go.
I feel like to have a solid team, you need to have good chemistry between all the different players. I think that's something very important that's not talked about enough.
Yeah.
The good synergy, the ability to work well together, the ability to work remotely, is very important for the success of the game.
Yeah.
So.
It really is, yeah.
Ooh. So yeah, we got that on lock. Not to say like everybody that's part of the Ikigai team or Genuine Studios came from there, but a lot of them did.
Yeah.
But we all, get along very well. Um, we all have a really good time playing or working together playing Level 3.
Oh. Oh.
How close was that?
That was pretty close too. Oh, you're gonna get me right
Oh,
here.
bro.
Don't even. Ah!
Bro. Getting so much better at dodging. I find it hilarious that some people don't dodge.
Well, that was crazy.
Woo!
That was crazy. I just front flipped on that bridge.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, I was trying to do some. I need to stop being balls. You won this one for sure.
I don't know. I just saw a laser. You're not that far behind.
Oh, I'm just exploding
Oh,
everywhere though. Oh, I almost
oh,
just hit you.
you just blurred my screen. How do you like that addition, by the way, Bridges? Like, if you get a close shot, your screen blurs.
It is
Is that
super cool. It makes it difficult. Oh my god, in the dune race on the Cardano class, dude. You come around that corner and there's like 3 laser beams and they'll be close to you and you gotta like almost do like muscle memory at that point because
yeah,
you're like screwed.
you can't even see anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like that actually a lot.
Do you have any other like recommendations or
I think my biggest gripe is the random explosions. Like I feel like I randomly explode at points like a lot that
Yep.
I like definitely should not be exploding at. So I think a
Yeah,
little bit of the map needs to get cleaned up, which is like fine. It's a lot of work. Like the dude's probably
yep,
working on it all the time. So like
for
I'm not
sure.
really worried. And
Yeah.
um I think yeah, the random explosion. I think Michael was talking a little bit about how he's working on the physics of
Yep.
the pods and about how they're going to be bumping off of each other a little bit differently and
Yeah.
it's going to work better apparently. So we're going to see how that plays out. I'm excited for that update the most because I feel like there's been a lot of times where like I'll be in situations and I'll like explode and be like I was just in like first and
Exactly.
like killing it, and like no one's even like close to me, or like someone is close to me, it's just on my back, but like they just touched me and I exploded. Like what? And I just lost the whole thing because of it. And it, yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of a bummer feeling. I feel like that's the biggest
100%.
downfall, but everything else, I'm fairly happy with. I think.
Yeah.
I think there's some capabilities that I think will always lack on mouse keyboard, and I think if you
Mm.
change things.
Woohoo! I beat you by 1 point, bro.
No way. I did. I guess I owe you a burger.
Yeah, double stack, man. Getting fries,
Oh, that's
milkshake,
hilarious.
all
God damn it.
hell yeah,
Damn
made
it.
my night.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, but just to touch on what you were saying, one thing that's very good with a solid team is like when people make suggestions, when people point out different things, we're fairly quick to respond to it and patch it. You
Hmm.
know, um, so slowly but surely, like a lot of these things that you're talking about, there are a lot of things that people find annoying. We're always fixing. We're always trying to make it better. Not to say like this patch will fix a lot of the stuff that you just talked about, but a lot of the spikes within the map exploding randomly has been found out because of because of people that point them out.
Hmm.
So we have like that's one thing cool about this Burgess is like our community is very active, very like wanting to see the success, like giving feedback, all that good stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on it briefly for anybody that's watching and that plays the game is that is a big annoyance and a big issue that's currently happening with the game is the collisions, not knowing that you've collided with somebody and just exploding.
Yeah,
That
for
is very,
sure.
very annoying. The way that we were planning to fix this is to introduce two variables that take the win. So if like one ship is heavier, that's why again, like talking about what we were talking about at the start is um, the parts do matter now. So if a heavier ship has more weight to it, and crashes into a lighter ship, the heavier ship will take precedent. It takes a factor of weight. That's the first one. And the second metric is velocity. So, how fast were you going? Who was going faster during the time of crash? So, it takes those two variables. There's some kind of complex equation that
Nice. So they
my
actually
brother.
put a lot of math into that. Nice. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. My brother's big brain is able to calculate a lot of the stuff and be like, okay, we need to multiply that by point
Dude,
0.5. No.
he's a genius. He really is a genius. It's actually awesome. I know a
Oh, dude.
genius.
Dude, it is awesome. Like I always say, he's like the brains of the brothers, right? So I feel like we're such a killer combo. And I think that's gonna be what excels this, and what people should feel bullish is like the brother combos. Like, we definitely got each other's back. We definitely know and how we think. Dude, there's so many times like we say the same thing, we think the same thing. Matter of fact, we were just today, like we were researching like something, and out of the blue, like I linked the video to him, and it's so funny. He's like, "Dude, no way! I'm watching the same exact video," and then he posts a screenshot, and we're watching at the same exact time. Like,
No way.
yeah, what are the freaking odds? So he was at 23 minutes, and I was at 23 minutes and 50 seconds.
That's
Dude,
wild.
like I just don't understand like what the probability of that happening. It would be so darn low. And we posted in the channel and whatever, so everybody was validated it. They're like, "No way!" So it's just
That's
like
insane.
crazy stuff like that. But yeah, that is being worked on. We definitely do see that. And yeah, the first patch of the next patch will definitely want feedback, and
Hmm.
there'll be a lot of testing to see how that
I'll be here.
how
I'll be
that goes.
ready. I'll be here and ready. And I'm super excited about it personally. I like the game where it's at now. I think if the controls feel like similar and but the physics change a little bit, I think it's gonna make even bigger improvement. And then we're gonna see where it goes from there.
For sure.
I'm really
And
excited.
just yeah.
Is that gonna be implemented before the Cardano Clash like tournament, like in tournament, or
Um,
is it like gonna? Are you guys gonna wait till after that?
we're probably gonna wait, I'm assuming. Actually, I don't know. I think the patch needs to be pushed tomorrow, because it includes the Cardano Clash Aurea, the Cardano Clash
Oh,
Shores.
yeah,
So I think it might be
which
live
we need for
tomorrow.
the next week, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So we're definitely taking the game's progression over the tournaments.
Yeah,
So
which I appreciate. Which I
yeah,
appreciate. I don't think anyone really disagrees with that part of it. That's playing the game. Like everyone is happy with the updates overall too. That's the good part. So
yeah.
yeah. Neil's asking a question. Is this something I can play online or is this downloadable game? So what we're talking about right now is Ascent Rivals, the game we were just playing, and it is downloadable. It's on Steam. It's for free. When you click on download, it will like ask, like it will say like you need permission or whatever, and like you would just click yes and you get granted permission immediately. You can do time trials. We have a tournament going on every single Tuesday at the practice starts. We got half hour practice before the tournament starts, but that starts at 7:30 p.m. every single Tuesday, and that's gonna be for the Dirt Fist tournament. We got merch for that. We got merch for second place. We got merch for first place, and we got like this crazy like joyride that's going on for the first place. So I don't even know much about that, but that sounds pretty cool. There are like an off-road racing company, so um, I don't know a lot of detail on them, but it is like a racing game. We get racing sponsors. So that's kind of our Web 2 tournament is on Tuesdays. And then every single Friday we have got the Cardano Clash. So it's a little bit late to join that. We got locked in players. And that is, I think there's five NFT communities from Cardano that is per
7.
seven. Yeah, seven. Sorry, I apologize. Omen, Book of Ihigai, House of Titan, JPEG Empire, bunch of them. Sorry, I'm not gonna name them all off. Cardano Warriors. I'm probably forgetting some.
House of Titans and Friend Team Frog.
Yeah, Team Frog, Team Frog.
Oh, and
Sorry, friend,
POTD.
and
Can't forget
POTD.
POTD.
Yeah, POTD, the new Cardano NFT that we onboarded onto Cardano through this tournament, which is awesome. Um, we have basically all these communities competing to be racing this tournament like for 5,000 ADA and a bunch of other prizes. We're gonna be, I think they're giving out like omens, and they're giving out like a bunch of other thing merchandise. People that are racing get their own custom like sweatshirts with their names on the back and sweet like branding, like you're gonna see the branding on the sleeves and like your community logo. It's pretty sweet. So we're gonna be putting that on, and yeah, it's an amazing game. It's free. It's called Ascent Rivals. Check it out.
For sure, for sure. Yep, like Burgess said, a multiplayer test if you want to hop
Hmm.
online with other people. The best day is probably Tuesday, but after the events, we always have open hours where
And
we usually
Neil,
go, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour later.
Neil, you're special. You're part of the Web3 breakfast. I know you. So, if you want to play, I can like make lobbies and stuff. So if we want to have like we can have a Web3 breakfast night if we really wanted to. I could be fun and do something like that. Maybe we could do like a little tournament, like a crypto tournament if you wanted. That's like that's like what we're really trying to do with this game. We're trying to get the community and do communities and get do as much as possible. Build actually in the ecosystem and show that we're a good product. So.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, we are past time. We got caught away just talking, and it was actually really really great talk. Thank you all to all the people that came out and watched us. That was really great. I think we
It's
covered
always fun, Burgess.
I think we covered some really important topics, and I think it's time for a little change in the ecosystem, in my opinion. I think there's a little bit of time to change. I think change is on the horizon. I think there's some people building out there that are gonna get they're gonna come out and crush people, and I don't think people understand that's going on.
Yeah, we got a lot of exciting things in the future. Can't wait to share. We'll be dropping some alpha, some news. Be dropping our new partner as well at Rare Evo. So stay tuned for that. Give us a follow. It's Twitter or X/ Ascent Rivals, and then be sure to join our Discord. That's where all the fun happens. That's where all the content's being posted.
Hmm.
That's where you can learn the game,
And
talk to people.
I'll say I apologize right now if you guys are on YouTube, on Twitch, and everything. I still need to work on. I just did a rebrand, as you can tell. If you don't know, I just did a rebrand, so we're just doing my own show. It's gonna be gaming and kind of the same kind of thing going on. I got a couple Algorand projects that I'm gonna reach out to and bring on, and like do a couple like crossover things, just like I was doing before. But yeah,
Give reviews a follow or a like. If
yeah,
it's on YouTube,
yeah.
subscribe.
If you guys would do me so kindly, um, hit the like button, hit the retweet button, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that. I'm actually not here for money. I have a job and I have a family and I have a house and I love crypto and I want to see Web3 flourish. I don't really care about like the whole gimmicks and stuff. I want to see good stuff and people be happy. So, if you like that kind of talk, give me a like. Anyways,
For sure.
thank you, David, so much for coming out. I really, really appreciate you. Appreciate your time. I appreciate what you're building, and I hope through this little podcast we got some people actually more knowledgeable about what you're building, and hopefully they got excited and they're gonna come check out the game.
Awesome. Always appreciate the time. It's always a fun. It's always a blast talking to you.
Yeah, yeah,
And thank you for bringing me on as the first guest of Real Reviews.
yeah. I'll call you. I'll call you on like Discord after, and we'll talk after. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Peace, guys.
All right, everyone. I want to thank you so much for coming out. That was a really, really great talk about Web3 gaming. We all have some different opinions about the ecosystem, and in the end, we really just want it to be a positive place for everyone. So we're out here making content, and hopefully, fun gaming stuff is on the horizon. I want to see Star Atlas. I want to try that out. I want to try a little bit of cornucopia maybe. I'm excited for Rare Evo and seeing what the gaming scene looks like out there. Um, I'm sorry that I look over to the right and not into the camera when I speak because I have a weird little setup going on. Yeah, but I appreciate you all. Tune in. What day is it today? I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I'm out here dadding and shit. Tune in next Tuesday. We're gonna be doing the Dirtfish live, It's gonna be fun. Dude, Neil, I'm gonna play a trailer for you, okay? Neil, let me play a trailer. This is the game that I'm an ambassador for, that I'm trying to promote, and I am very passionate about. They're building like really complex things on Cardano, like infrastructurally, and there isn't coins yet on this. It's like it's just a game. It's just fun. Like we're onboarding Web 2 people. We're going to gaming conferences and doing like the work. So I'll play this little ad for everyone. Let's see. I'll play this little ad for everyone so they can see it. Gotta find it. It's over here. Sorry. It's on one of my other pages. Careful switching pages. But that's Ascent Rivals. It's kind of the shit, guys. It's kind of a big deal. Like, I I don't think people realize it's like a really really good game that they're building. It's hard. I'll don't get me wrong. You might go in there. If you're a mouse keyboard player, just go watch my tutorial. I'll teach you how to play. I literally made the tutorial. It's just really simple. Go check it out. Go check it out. It's hard, but it's so fun. It's quality. And once you figure it out, like all that video that you just saw, that was like tournament play of like me, David, and like a handful of other people, Web 2 players that are playing in Web 3 tournaments now. That's all, it's all of us playing and competition for like for money and stuff. So it's sweet. That's cool. I think there was a Super Nintendo game like this. We'll try to find the title. Yeah, so Neil, so this game is actually kind of inspired by that game. So this game was inspired by the Star Wars pod racing game from when we were kids. That was on Nintendo 64. Racing around Tatooine and stuff with the pod racers and stuff. But it has kind of like inspiration from Mad Max and a couple other titles that the developers and the people that created it really love. So that's it's like a mashup of a bunch of things, but it's a controller and keyboard game. Go on Steam, check it out, join the Discord, get in the conversation, get in the tournaments. Like you can win money. Like if you really love gaming, it doesn't matter. Hey, if you got kids that love gaming, oh, this is even older. Hey, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. There's games out there that inspired Star Wars games, probably. So, see, I'm not that old. You got a whole decade on me, dude. I'm turning 30 this year. Okay, my there's some things I don't know. I don't know about everything. I just gotta be real. But anyways, thank you everyone so much for coming out. I'm gonna do a little um put a little music on, throw a little love your way, and yeah, have a good night, everyone.
Purchase your